have you ever wondered how a prominent British activist could transform into a fervent Indian nationalist? Let's travel back to the 19th century, to the bustling streets of London, where a young woman named Annie Besant is beginning to make her mark. Born Annie Wood in October of 1847, she was a force to be reckoned with from the start. Her early years were spent challenging the status quo, pushing for women's rights, advocating for secularism, and championing the cause of socialism. Annie was a woman of conviction, a beacon of progress in a time of rigid societal norms. She was unafraid to voice her beliefs, to stand up for what she thought was right. Her fiery spirit led her to join the National Secular Society, where she campaigned fervently for causes she believed in, sparking both admiration and controversy in equal measure. Amidst this whirlwind of activism, Annie's personal life was also taking a dramatic turn. She married clergyman Frank Besant, but their union was fraught with ideological differences. The marriage ended, leaving Annie to navigate the tumultuous waters of societal judgment. However, her indomitable spirit remained unbroken. It was during this period of upheaval that she found solace in Theosophy, an esoteric religious movement that emphasized spiritual wisdom and the unity of all life. Theosophy offered Annie a fresh perspective, a new lens through which to view the world. It was a philosophy that transcended borders, that wove together threads of spirituality from across the globe. As she delved deeper into Theosophy, Annie felt an irresistible pull towards the East, towards India, a country steeped in spiritual richness and cultural diversity. This British woman, who fought for the rights of her fellow countrymen, found herself drawn to a spiritual and political journey that would take her halfway around the world. Theosophy, a mystical system of religious philosophy, became a turning point in Besant's life. But how did it lead her to India? Let's delve into this fascinating chapter of Annie Besant's life journey. Annie Besant, once a fiery British activist, was drawn to Theosophy, a belief system that merges spiritual truths with philosophical inquiry. Theosophy, which means wisdom of the divine, intrigued Besant with its universal approach to spirituality, devoid of dogma and sectarianism. In her search for a deeper understanding of life, she found herself enthralled by the teachings of Theosophy, which professed the unity of all living beings and the existence of a divine spark within each one of us. This interest in Theosophy led to a pivotal encounter with Helena Blavatsky, a Russian spiritualist and co-founder of the Theosophical Society. Blavatsky, a charismatic figure, was a strong influence on Besant, further fueling her interest in Theosophy. Their meeting was a turning point in Besant's life, leading her to eventually become the president of the Theosophical Society. With this newfound spiritual path, Besant's gaze turned towards the East, specifically India, a land known for its spiritual richness and ancient wisdom. Theosophy, with its roots in Eastern philosophies, had a strong connection with India, and it was this connection that drew Besant to the subcontinent. In 1893, she made the momentous decision to move to India, marking a significant shift in her life journey. But her spiritual journey did not exist in isolation from her political beliefs. In India, Besant found not only spiritual enlightenment, but also a new cause to champion. She saw a country under the yoke of colonial rule, its people yearning for freedom. Her belief in Theosophy, with its emphasis on unity and equality, made her a natural ally in India's struggle for independence. Besant's spiritual journey had led her to India, but she would soon find herself embroiled in a struggle for independence that was far from spiritual. This chapter in Besant's life, where spirituality and politics intertwined, set the stage for her remarkable role in India's fight for freedom. In a country struggling for liberation from the British, how did a British woman become a leading figure in the fight for Indian independence? This is the intriguing story of Annie Besant, an ardent supporter of Indian nationalism. Besant's journey into the heart of Indian nationalism began when she joined the Indian National Congress in the year 1905. Here, she was not just a mere member, but an influential leader who used her platform to vehemently advocate for India's independence from British rule. She was an anomaly, a British woman standing up against her own country, but her fervor for justice and freedom was infectious. Her involvement with the Indian National Congress was just the beginning. In 1916, Besant launched the Home Rule League, an organization that sought to achieve self-government for India within the British Empire. This political move was inspired by the Irish Home Rule movement, and it marked a significant turning point in the fight for Indian independence. Besant's Home Rule League worked tirelessly to raise political consciousness among the Indian people and to educate them about their rights and their potential for self-governance. But Besant's role in Indian nationalism was not limited to political activism. She also played a crucial part in uniting the Hindus and Muslims in the fight for independence. At a time when religious tensions were high and unity seemed like a distant dream, Besant advocated for a united front against the British. She emphasized the shared history and common struggles of these two religious groups, urging them to set aside their differences and work together for the greater good. Besant's efforts in this regard were not in vain. In 1917, she became the first woman to be elected president of the Indian National Congress, a testament to her influence and dedication. As president, she continued to push for unity among Hindus and Muslims, and her leadership played a significant role in bringing these communities together in their shared fight for independence. Besant was not just a British woman fighting for Indian independence. She was a symbol of hope, a beacon of justice, and a rallying point for a nation yearning for freedom. Her passion and dedication to the cause of Indian nationalism were unwavering, and her actions had a profound impact on the course of the Indian independence movement. Besant's passion for justice and equality transcended borders and cultures, making her a key figure in India's struggle for independence. Her story is a testament to the power of conviction and the ability of one person to make a difference, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Annie Besant, a British activist turned Indian nationalist, remains an inspiration to us all. Annie Besant, a woman of British birth, became an indelible part of Indian history. But what is her legacy? Annie Besant's legacy is not merely a chapter in history books, but a living, breathing entity that continues to influence modern India. Her work as a social reformer, educationist, and freedom fighter has left an indelible mark on the nation and its people. As an ardent advocate for education, Besant was instrumental in the establishment of several educational institutions in India. Among these is the illustrious Central Hindu College, now known as the Banaras Hindu University, one of the largest residential universities in Asia. Besant's belief in education as a tool for social and national development continues to resonate within the walls of these institutions, shaping the minds of future generations. Besant's influence extended beyond the realm of education. She was a catalyst for change, a rallying force that stirred the hearts and minds of the Indian people. Her leadership of the Indian National Congress, a pivotal force in the country's struggle for independence, marked a turning point in the movement. Perhaps one of the most profound aspects of Besant's legacy is her influence on key Indian leaders. None other than Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation, acknowledged her impact. Inspired by her commitment to justice and equality, Gandhi once said, "Mrs. Besant's love for India is a love unto death." Her ideals, her courage, and her unyielding belief in the power of non-violent resistance were reflected in Gandhi's own approach to the struggle for independence. In many ways, Annie Besant's legacy is the spirit of India itself, resilient, diverse, and ever-evolving. Her journey from a British activist to an Indian nationalist is a testament to her courage, her conviction, and her unwavering belief in justice. Besant's journey from British activist to Indian nationalist was marked by courage, conviction, and an unwavering belief in justice. Her legacy continues to inspire and impact India to this day. Annie Besant's life is a testament to the power of conviction and the ability to transcend cultural boundaries for the cause of justice. Let's reflect for a moment on the lessons we can glean from her extraordinary journey. Here was a woman born in the heart of the British Empire who dedicated her life to fighting for the rights of a people and a land far removed from her own. Besant's unwavering dedication to her beliefs, her tireless activism, and her ability to effect change in a foreign land are a testament to the power of a single individual. Her life serves as a poignant reminder that we can all make a difference, regardless of our origins or circumstances. Annie Besant was more than a British activist turned Indian nationalist. She was a beacon of hope and a symbol of resistance against injustice. Annie Besant's remarkable journey reminds us that the fight for justice knows no boundaries, and that one person's conviction can change the course of history.